Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday the 25th. It just started to rain hardcore outside. So I'm heading to my parents' house right now. I gotta edit the vlog, hang out with my dog. What else can I ram with vlogging dog? It's gonna rock.
Good morning. Today is an exceptional day. I am going on a trip to the middle of Wisconsin with my music friend Ryan, and we are basically going to write as many songs as we can. It's just going to be a super inspiring environment, so I have a ton to pack in the car because right after this trip, I'm going to Green Bay. Crazy week, lots of traveling, and wouldn't trade it for the world. It's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of creating. It's going to be really refreshing, lots of traveling. I keep saying traveling. Rock on, let's go traveling. Bye.
Let's make it awesome though. Here we go.
Well, I'm here at Buffalo Wild Wings because for work today I got to eat lunch here, so that's a good thing. And hang out with my bro. Let's go. Life's good. Just checking in.
Seth,
That was the wrong
pop quiz of the day. What's your favorite color?
Black. Ask another question.
Seth, have you been working on your triceps?
I actually just did that today.
So give us a little flex. Ooh, look at that horseshoe.
Is that what that is right here?
Yeah.
Hey dude, I did a workout today. Some Cheerio curls.
Curling these Cheerios into my mouth.
Are you 12 that you eat cereal out of a plastic cup?
Dude, do you know how convenient this is, dude?
I
Do you know what convenience looks like?
Do you want to know what wastefulness looks like? You gonna throw that cup away after you're done?
Dude, this would have been thrown away if it wasn't for me, dude. The church is literally throwing these away and I said, I want them.
Seth, what are you doing tonight?
I'm gonna film a little bit. I'm gonna play some guitar. Alright, so I'm gonna walk you through how I make a tone for a certain part in a certain song. Disclaimer really quick, if you are not interested in guitar or tone, don't watch this next part because it's going to be very boring and not interesting to you. If you're curious of how this works and what I do and how I sound, this is a little sneak peek going into what I do to make the sounds that I make. So if you don't want to watch this, skip forward like 2 minutes and get back to like the good content that you probably care about. If you're curious as to see how I do this, then stick around and I will walk you through how I make a tone for a part in the song. So. A normal guitar doesn't sound that cool, but with this pedal board right here, all of these things add things to the tone of my guitar. The song that I'm working on right now is called Kingdom. So there's a little hook in the chorus and it goes like this. So that's it. But that doesn't sound anything like the recording. So the first thing that I do is I add some Strymon timeline delay. It's at 107 BPMs on the timeline. For this particular part, I'm just using quarter note delay. So with the delay, it sounds like this. It's a pretty light delay, not super heavy, but it just adds a little bit of a body to the bottom end. And so after the timeline, I add some reverb For this particular song, I'm using a plate reverb. I use that just because it's a little bit more edgy. It's a kind of a brighter reverb. It helps cut through the mix a little bit better. That's what I have it set for right now. If you hear when I actually hit the attack of like the strings, there's a delay between the actual reverb onset from the attack of the strings, and that's called pre-delay. Pre-delay is just the space between the attack and the actual onset of the reverb. And what that does, especially for like fast moving parts, it creates more clarity in the actual note attack of itself, but it also adds the effect and it also adds the ambience of a bigger reverb. So you can get more reverb on a particular part, but it doesn't make it messy or like cloudy, and it doesn't get lost. I'm just gonna start adding things in succession, and then we'll see how they work together. So this is the timeline, digital delay, and a plate reverb. Between all my effects, these are my two favorite effects because they just can take a normal note and they can do so many things to it. After that, I add the octave on top. So I add the Pog 2, that's this right here, and this is just an octave up. So if you listen to the original note with the octave, so you can hear the octaves on top of that kind of floating over top. That's all the Pog does. And you can add filters and attacks and things, but I don't use much of that stuff. So with the octave now and all that stuff, it sounds like this. So that sounds pretty cool. That's kind of the main effects of like the modulation and the wet effects. Because this is like a big hook and a big chorus and it hits and it's rocking, I do add loop 2 right here, which is the Morning Glory. You can see that. Morning Glory, just a super light, transparent overdrive, adds a little more high-end sparkle so it cuts through the mix better. And then I stack that with my Timmy, which is loop 4. That's this right here. It's kind of my stage 2 drives. So I stack my stage 1 and stage 2 drives together. So this is what it sounds like. This is the completed chorus part of that song. So here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you have it. That is literally like what I do most of my time on the guitar. I obviously have to learn the parts and I need to be able to play them proficiently, but then I need to make them sound cool and sound like they match and have good tone. So that's the part that I enjoy a lot about guitar, is making just cool sounds and being able to surprise people like, oh, that can come out of a guitar. So I really enjoy that. That's considered one sound for one song. For each song on the album, I have between 4 and 6 sounds on average. I do this process for each sound on each song. So if you do the math, 5 tones per song on a 12-song album, that is 60 tones that I have set up in my pedal board. That takes a lot of time to just kind of create and shape all those things, but I love it. So that is what I do down here. That's it for me.
What's up, everybody? It is like 10:15 and the house is empty, and so I figured I would just rehearse all night. So I don't know if I correctly stated my love for the undergarage, the room that I work out in, play some music in. If I had to spend the rest of my time in one room, it would be this room. It's got weightlifting stuff, it's got music stuff, there's couches in here, there's Jenga. It's just the best room that's ever been created, and so if we walk in here right now, we walk into the under garage. I kind of have my makeshift setup here. I have my amp, which I'm gonna turn on right now. My brand new amp, and that's going to my board and my bass. And so if we follow, that's plugged into this power outlet right here. We got these speakers, the speaker system that is plugged into my computer right here, and I'm gonna play the Afton tunes.
So I just arrived at the place we are staying the next few nights, and oh my gosh, it is magical.
Yeah. Get up there. Wow. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. This is unfortunately romantic. Well, there's 2 bedrooms.
Look at this deck! What the heck? Are you kidding me? We're in this greenhouse. It's legit. So much vibes. So it should be a really, really good creative time. I'm super stoked.